Hey look, the Airbag Man airbags have arrived, and in this video I'm going to show you how easy it is to fit them on your vehicle, and I'll be doing it on our next gen Ranger Sands. This really is a DIY job. Hey, Greg here, Kiwi Wanderers. This is one of our tech tips. So first up, what do you get? Let's have a look. Now I've opened the box and taken the invoice out because we need to hide that from Sandy, and we all know it's better to ask for forgiveness from the War Office than permission. But here we go, what's in the box? Righto, we've got a couple of airbags, obviously, made by Firestone. I think they do a bit of other rubber stuff, don't they? Not sure. And then we've got all the odds and ends. Oh yep, piping with some conduit on there, that's good. Oh, look at that, QR code. So what happens there is this is attached to the vehicle, so the manual for these airbags and the operating instructions and everything stays with the vehicle. Bloody fantastic idea. Loving that tech. Right, so a couple of extra things on here that we're not going to need. I think these extra brackets here are if you've got a manual handbrake. We've got electric handbrake, so we're not going to use those little guys. Righto, so this is the kit, so wow, I'm really looking forward to fitting this. So very nice, well packaged. It came from the New Zealand agent for Airbag Man, which is Force 4. They're a family-owned business company up in Auckland. They've been around for 10 years. They concentrate on supply of all the good gear for the four-wheel drive community. They have a large range of dealers all around the country. So have a look at their website, and then we'll put a link below so you can, if you do get the urge to upgrade, make sure you mention Kiwi Wanderers. So why would we need airbags? Well, it's all about being level, and I don't mean level-headed or level when you're parked. Both of those are important, but being level when you're traveling is really important for a number of reasons. Stability on both the van and the tow vehicle. If they're not level, then one set of wheels is carrying more weight than the other. And this can mean light steering, bad handling, overloading of the axle, which is bad, or worse still, overloading the tyre, making it wear out quickly, or fail altogether. So, manufacturers design their vehicles to work best when they're level. I don't know about you guys, but our load varies quite a bit, from dead empty to right up to max weight. And then when we have the boat on, we're about midway between those two. So the beauty of airbags is that they can assist you at when you're on max load, and then they can just be along for the ride when you're empty, so your ride quality doesn't go. Let's get into it. I have the vehicle on the hoist here, so we can film it properly. You could fit this up on your driveway at home with a good quality jack and decent axle stand, but it is way easier on a hoist, and that is thanks to the team at Mobile Mechanical. They're tolerating me using their hoist for a day. Good people, and I believe they used to have a really cool GM a few years ago. Seriously though, if you're an after option for COF inspections, they have branches in Masterton and Wanganui that do COFs. If you do want to book in, yeah, sometimes it's good to deal with a local family-owned business for COFs rather than the big impersonal corporate crowds. Okay, so we're putting the airbags in between the chassis rail and the top of the springs. So we remove the bump stops and we replace the bracket on the top of the springs. It's supposed to take a couple of hours, so we'll see how we go with this. I've broken it down into several steps, as you can see here, just to make it easy for me, really. Right, we're into it. Step number 1, removing the bump stop and bracket. Righto, into it. Pretty straightforward stuff here. The bump stop just pulls straight off, and then there is an endlessly long bolt that holds the bracket on. Both the bump stop and the bracket are in the bin, and yeah, we fit a new bracket in place of this old one. Righto, new top mount for the airbag. There's a left and right on these, and they give you the screws and everything to mount it. Pretty easy, very good. Make sure it's nice and tight. Righto, we're going to groom the airbag now, and pretty important to get that locating pip right in the right place, otherwise your warranty's void. As you can see, I've got the instructions on the laptop there just to make sure everything's around the right way. Pretty important to get the top mount and the bottom mount aligned, so otherwise the airbag will be sort of twisted. So yeah, no more than 20 millimeters out of line, and yeah, it's quite a good picture on the instructions. There it is. Put the fitting into the bottom of the airbag. It's got a little O-ring seal, and didn't use any sealant on it, so hopefully it doesn't leak. And we've got to fit up the valves to the back of the Ranger. I've got a little bracket there, you can see, but you can get a bracket from Airbag Man. Pretty straightforward stuff. They give you stainless steel washers and yeah, all the gear to fit it up. Straightforward job even for me. Righto, got to loosen the U-bolts here, and of course you need to bear in mind that if you take the U-bolts off completely, the diff will fall out, so you need to have, you can see our yellow stand there to support it. Found it quite tricky to get the little clip on top of the U-bolt bracket off. There it is, it's come off now. Just a bit of persistence, that worked. And then fit the airbag in. Look, doesn't look like I've got enough room, so we'll just we'll raise the ute up so we can get the airbag in, and then yeah, fits in quite nicely actually. Pretty important to get the retaining bolts up the right way, otherwise they're going to foul with the airbag. Airbag sits really nicely on top of the spring, and the U-bolts fit the bracket perfectly. So pretty straightforward. It's then just a matter of tightening up the U-bolts. Pretty important to check the U-bolts after you've done 500 k's or so. Just make sure they're super tight, settled in and everything. And there we have the airbags fitted in place, looking good. Righto, so really important not to cut the pipe with side cutters, and I'll show you why. Because you can see that the pipe is severely deformed. The way to cut it is with a proper Stanley knife that I don't have at the moment, but I do have a blade, and you can get special pipe cutters, but I elected not to do that because I'm doing 2 cuts, and you can see it's now right nice and round. So yep, that's the most likely area for an air leak, is cutting it with side cutters, so don't do that. Yeah, these are really good fittings. They're used throughout the motor trade. So you just push them into place, and if you want to relieve that, to take it out, you would push the hose in and out, push the hose in and out it comes. Yeah, great, been around for ages, very good. Usually no leaks whatsoever. So I just ran my pipes where the standard looms went, followed the brake lines actually to the diff housing, and yeah, pretty straightforward. Cable ties, of course. Righto, there we are, filling it up. Little Bosch air inflator I use for our bikes. 40 psi is the maximum on this vehicle, and then we use some soapy water to see whether it's got any leaks, and a paintbrush, and it was all good, no drama at all. So then the final thing we've got to do is check to make sure that we know where the airbags are working. They have a range, so in this installation it's between 5 inches and 6.5 inches. I just made up a little measuring stick so I can check every time that the airbags are working in their operating range. Righto, so there we go. Airbags on the trusty Ranger. All that I have to do now is get it onto the caravan and see if it makes any difference. I'm expecting big things, but I'll need to give it about a month's trialling around the towing the caravan just to see whether it's worthwhile, and I'll make another video once I've done that. Hey, thank you very much for watching. Please consider subscribing, and we'll catch you out there.
Tonight we're running on the right track.